All right, we're live. Welcome, guys, to the 2021 Churrasco Voltorb Game Room Tour. We're going to run without a script here. There might be some mistakes because we are technically recording this live without any script whatsoever. I'm going to take you guys through software first and decor, and then walk you through consoles. So bear with me as we try this out. I'm recording with my phone, which is a total piece of garbage. So don't worry, that guy won't do anything this time. And let's get started on some games. We'll do a quick pan around of everything. Obviously, all my monitors are going off right now, including my computer. Only because it's game room tour time, or else what kind of psychopath really runs all three things, along with lights and fires and things like that. Usually, the window to the cave is closed, which makes for a much more adequate lighting situation, so excuse, reflections and glares. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, let's get it started. We're going to try to go in chronological order, starting with retro stuff. First up, let me show you these posters here. See my kids' toy room over there. These posters are iconic to me. They used to... Every Super Nintendo game that I purchased as a kid, or my parents purchased for me, would come with this poster. It's double-sided, so it's the same poster, just different sides. It's a Club Nintendo, Super Power Club type of thing. I got one from a game that my brother bought me, and the other one I ordered on eBay because I needed to have both sides on display because I'm a complete psychopath. Here we go. The Superboy. Fantastic system. My brother got me this. Not really portable, I would say. It's massive. But it lets you play some illegitimate, some questionable games, which is pretty cool. Moving right along, my original blue Game Boy, which I'm not going to take out because it's just... Blastoise fell. Wasn't planning on that happening. Hope he's okay down there. Moving right along. We'll just roll with it. We got a painting of Shadow that my brother made for me from one of my favorite Final Fantasy games, one of my favorite Super Nintendo games, arguably one of my favorite games of all time, and one of my favorite characters from that game. He did an awesome job. I love it. He's like overseeing the rest of the room, which is pretty cool. You will not get that anywhere else. That's custom right there. Anyways, going on down. Starting actually with some Nintendo games. The only boxed Nintendo game I have is Guardian Legend with the foam inserts and manual and everything. It's complete for about $20. Heard this was really cool. I played it a little bit. It seemed interesting. Now we have my original Mega Man games, which I got all 6 of them in custom boxes. I love these games. I marathon played them and still do every now and then. They're fantastic games. And then here's one of the crown gems of the collection. My most expensive and rarest Nintendo game. When I was a kid, I had this game. And I thought to myself as a grown man, I said, oh, I remember that game with the floating zombie heads. It was freaking awesome. I wonder how much it is now and where can I get it? Several hundred and hundreds of dollars later, my wife is amazing and picked this up for me with a custom box that I got for it later. This game it's okay. Challenge is NES hard, but it's solid. I'm glad to have it. Next up, my only 2 Genesis games that are boxed and complete. Altered Beast, because come on, look, Werewolf Games. Look at that cover art. Come on. Buster's Hidden Treasure on the Genesis. That was my wife's copy. That is my wife's copy. When she was a child, she might have lifted that off, non-forcibly, from a friend of hers when she was a kid. So there it is. My only Super Famicom box game, Parodius. I love shoot 'em ups. It's a quirky one. I can play it on the Superboy. Now we're coming up to SNES box games. A lot of these I had as a kid. Some I bought later on in life. But most of them are in really excellent shape. I have all these dust covers on them to keep them nice and safe. Had them since I was a kid. Another thing to mention before we go any further, guys. I Swiffered for you guys. I dusted. So give me a break if I missed something. Sorry about that. I try to keep it clean, but sometimes, you know, it's a filth pit. Anyways, just going to scan through these games quick. If you guys see anything you like and want me to review, just let me know. Solid game, Captain America and the Avengers. I'm going to touch on a couple of games as I go along. Chrono Trigger. This is super, super important to me. Fantastic game, notwithstanding that. My wife got me this right before my first son was born, and I finished it right before he was born. So it was like the universe spoke to me and said, hey, you're about to have a kid, and you just finished Chrono Trigger. Life is really good. Moving along. Let's keep going down. Doom. As you know, I was scared of that game as a kid, and I returned it after I bought it. Now that I am no longer scared of it because I am a 30-something-year-old man, my brother got me that copy. The original Donkey Kong trilogy, fantastic games. Dragon View, fantastic. Final Fantasy III, one of my first RPGs, and still one of my favorite games ever. Jurassic Park, lots of fond memories of playing that with my dad when I was a wee lad. I hear the Roomba coming. I should have foreseen this. He's out there causing havoc. If he starts coming into the office, I will turn him away. Don't you worry. So if you hear anything in the background, it's the dang Roomba. Anyways, Mortal Kombat. Primal Rage. Keeping it going now. You gotta have the Super Castlevania 4. This box here, it's a bootleg box from a multi-cart that I don't own, but I store my Super Mario World in here that came with my Super Nintendo system when I bought it. Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars, you gotta get it. Super Metroid, must have. And now another one of my favorite pieces here, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. The Famicom box on a Super Nintendo box. The art of the Super Famicom edition on the Super Nintendo American version. This is a bootleg box, came from Peru. The actual game inside is regular vanilla Street Fighter 2, which is another one of my favorite games. This game is awesome. This box is awesome. And the back is just in English, and it's fantastic. New fighting is abound in our mind. Now the utmost kung fu are ready and will be burst out. The war's final come down. The super imaginable speed and the upgraded skill are required. I won't continue, but that's amazing. Got all the versions of Street Fighter 2 released for Super Nintendo. Street Fighter 2 Turbos and cartridge further down. Ultraman has a monster in it called Goodies. Terrifying. Weapon Lord. I'm going to quickly scan through these. If you guys see anything that you want me to review or look at, let me know. I love shoot 'em ups. I love RPGs. If it could just focus, that'd be great. F-Zero, awesome. A lot of these games I used to also rent, and I had to own them as a child, like The Mask. Where are you? Mask. Yes. Really hard to come by. Wife got that for me recently. Solid game, but really difficult to come across nowadays. Some of these you can't really make out the title to. I'll make a collection video at some point. I just want to kind of let you guys see what we have going on. Wheel of Fortune games is like underrated. It's fun to play with friends. UN Squadron, solid shoot 'em up. Some other cool games over here. The Super Scope cartridge, which I don't have the Super Scope for. Space Ace, avoid that game at all costs. It's garbage. Before we touch on Nintendo 64, we're going to go down to the Super Nintendo cleaning kit. It's a little cartridge with cleaning brushes in it. My brother got me this to keep my stuff fresh. Nintendo 64, not big on it. My wife got me a Nintendo 64 because she wanted to play Super Tetris. I wish these cartridges had labels. It's a memory card there too for the Nintendo 64. But unfortunately they don't. I'll get the stickers eventually, and maybe one day I'll find something worth playing on here. I know my rarest game is Indiana Jones. I have both Zeldas, Mario 64, Donkey Kong 64, GoldenEye, F-Zero, some classics. Before we touch on regular PlayStation, this is fun. There's a couple of games here. Thrill Kill and Police Knots. This never came out in the US, and Thrill Kill was banned. But I had to play them, so I'll show you how I play them shortly. Regular PlayStation games. Over here. A lot of RPGs, Tony Hawk series, Metal Gear Solid. Final Fantasy Tactics is lurking around here somewhere. And there's Blastoise looking down into the ground because so Final Fantasy series Tactics is in here somewhere. It's my favorite game ever. Some knickknacks and extra cases. I don't have any Xbox stuff in my cave. This just came because a game store got lazy on me and I had to swap a case out. Moving along, I hear the Roomba getting closer. I'll take care of him when he comes here. Chrono Trigger, obviously another one of my favorite Super Nintendo games. I have a wall scroll here, a little canvas. One of my favorite scenes when they're all camping out. Maybe they're, telling campfire stories, about to smash some brews or something. Fantastic game, fantastic art, love it. Racially insensitive hat. Mega Man. He's going to stay boxed forever. Some miscellaneous action figures you'll see around the room. Predator, Robocop, Dr. Robotnik, and Metal Sonic. These two figures I stole from my middle child. He just got them recently as a gift. And I had to take them because he was just going to break them and lose them. So they're here for now until he notices. That's what I do. This little tray here has some repro carts that I can play on my Superboy. My brother got me this really cool Earthbound Uncut. I have a copy of Football Excitante, which is a ROM hack of a game I used to play with my cousins when I was a kid. Really cool game. Gundam Endless Duel, solid. Plan on getting some more retro carts to fill that out. Moving on down. Atari Flashback 5 console box. My only boxed advanced game, F-Zero GP Legend, really cool game. Plants vs. Zombies, super important to me. I'm pretty sure it was the first game my wife ever got me back when we were dating, so it's going to stay there enshrined forever. Further down, Pac-Man Light Up. I need the ghosts, and then I'll go up on the wall. Midget Pirate Skull. Super Game Boy. All the Dark Souls hardcover books for 1, 2, and 3. Some hardcover complete NES and SNES collection books. Really cool stuff. This is on a fancy little booze cabinet. It used to be in a liquor store. My wife got that when she was in college, and I repurposed it. Wall art. Sorry about the glare. I'll try to cover it. Here I am. Final Fantasy Tactics, arguably my favorite game ever. Here's a poster. It's massive. I love it. Over here, you can kind of see, if I can block this properly, it's Terra from Final Fantasy VI. 3 in the States, overseeing a city, I guess, in her Magitech armor. Moving this way, Mario and Luigi retro art. Piranha plant lamp, which has a little bell sprout thingy from Plants vs. Zombies that I also took from a middle child because he broke it. I fixed it and I put him back in here because I figured he'd be feeling comfortable. This kind of replicates his environment. Yoshi, Galaga art. Military Time Monkey. It's from Call of Duty. I know, but it keeps the time in military time, and I time my game session. No, I never time my game sessions. It just looks cool. Down here, before we touch the Nintendo collection, I'm gonna move over to these figures here. And that's my Switcher box for up to 8 consoles. Only 5 are occupied right now. I'll show you the consoles around the end. I got a Yeti or a Bigfoot, Imhotep in the back, and a little robot on the left. And if you guys can name this guy, bonus points for the day. Nintendo games. Have over 100 of these suckers. Some cool carts in here like Battle City, Bioforce Ape. There's a copy of Sweet Home further down if you know what that is. Those are all repros. Great games. And let's rejoice because I think the Roomba ran out of batteries because I haven't heard it. It's probably eating something it shouldn't be eating. Oh well. Anyways, I'm going to scroll through these quick and name a couple if they're cool. Bad Dudes, need to have the Bad Dudes. All the Castlevanias, the 3 of them. There's a lot of these, so we'll move through quickly. If you guys see anything you like, let me know, and I'll review them. Double Dragons. Dodgeball, awesome game. DuckTales, I never got into that. Excite Bike, my son loves that. Metal Gear games. Mac Rider, favorite as a kid. I got a lot of these from Lukey Games. Kickmaster there. I got it for like 20. Now it's about 120. Joust, fantastic. Sorry about the lack of focus. It might focus. It just gets darker around here. Might not focus at all. I'll do collection videos eventually, guys, and you guys will be able to see everything. The gold Zelda carts, both of them. I got one of those at a garage sale for $3 with the manual. Part 2, I believe. All the Marios. And down in that dusty pit that I'm not really going to focus bending down for and breaking my back for are my Genesis carts. Very few of them. My Game Gear is entombed in that box there, in that case, G.I. Joe case. It needs to replace capacitors. That's my next big project with some soldering skills that I'll need to acquire. Moving on to some art above the PS2 shelf. Ninja Saviors. Love this game. Love that art. Wooden Nuka-Cola Girl from Fallout 3. Fantastic game, fantastic art. I love me some pinups. World of Nintendo Samus figure. My brother got me this. None of these placements are final because you can see this room needs some work. I moved into this house about a little bit over a year ago. Still working on this. My totally legitimate copy of Valkyrie Profile that did not cost me $600. Great game. Moving on down to one of my pride and joys, the PS2 collection. I have a lot of games here, like over 150 maybe. Let's look through real quick, and then we'll review some in the future, or you guys can tell me what you want to see, and I'll whisper about these a little bit if I have something worth saying. Highly underrated Blood Rain 1 especially. Try it. Capcom vs. SNK 2, fantastic fighting game I just got. Contra Shattered Soldier, great. Devil May Cry series. I know what you're saying. There's a sports game here. What the hell? Fight Night 2004 was phenomenal. It's when they first integrated that active punch system with the analog sticks. Great game. Fantastic game. Final Fantasy series on the PS2 where it kind of died for me. Let's see. Front Mission 4 highlighted in one of my videos recently. God Hand. Let me tell you guys about the God Hand. That's the sweet jams you hear in the background. Produced by the God Hand soundtrack. You have to play this game. I've beaten it about 7 times. I'm going to keep playing it some more. God of War series, Grand Theft Auto series, Haunting Ground, one of my rare ones. Haven't gotten around to playing it too much, but I enjoyed what I played. Eco. Another kind of rare one, Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. Let's see. I thought the Roomba was back to life, but these guys are working on my pool fence. You might hear that too. All sorts of noises going on today in the cave. Kingdom Hearts. I have Maddens. Madden 2002 was the first one I ever played, so I bought 2003 because I really liked it. And then I kind of bought some here and there. Madden 05 was the last one I kept. Fantastic game. The season is phenomenal. I poured so many damn hours into this game. You would think I was a sports fan. Manhunt series. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. This game is phenomenal. It really is worth the price of admission. Mega Man Collection, because I own the cartridges. I got to own them here too, because I'm crazy. Metal Gear Solid games on the PS2. Keep it going. The Street games, NFL Street and NBA Street. These are must-haves. They're phenomenal arcade games, great fun with friends. Complete Onimusha series besides Blade Warriors. Obscure. The case is bootleg. The manual I printed offline, but the disc is legit. Got it for 40 bucks at Play and Trade many years ago. I don't even want to know how much that thing is now. Psychonauts. Last row, guys. Punisher. Red Dead Revolver with the magic started. Resident Evil games, which I'm not really big into. Rogue Galaxy, have to play it. Rule of Rose. That's right, boys. Rule of Rose. Got this when it came out because I was intrigued by how weird of a game it was, and now it's worth billions. That's billions of dollars. Rumble Roses, underrated game. I like a little bit of wrestling games. Soul Calibur 3 was one of my favorites. I played this a lot in college with my buddies. Spider-Man Ultimate Edition. The Ultimate Spider-Man Limited Edition, should I say. I'm going to pull it out because I'm very proud of this. It's really hard to find this game with the slipcover intact and still in relatively good shape. Really proud of that. So yeah, moving on. Usual Spider-Man. We're not Rule of Rose. What the hell, man? Splashdown. Stella Deuce. Suikoden 3. I haven't gotten into Suikoden series yet. I know I've heard good things. Time Splitters. Great series. Love it. Valkyrie Profile 2. Extremely underrated and not talked about enough game. Sequel to Part 1, and I kind of like it more than Part 1. Missing Beautiful Joe 1. I need it. Xenosaga. 3 games. Especially even episode 3 there. And the X-Files. I recently picked this up. Becoming very rare. Pick it up if you see it for a good price. Good price, I'm meaning, I don't know, 70 and under maybe. And GBA charger over there with a pink GBA case that I got in a lot. And this PS2 vertical stand, which my dad got me when the PS2 came out. I have never used it, but if my PS2 ever dies, I will enshrine it in this on display. Moving on. Knick-knack table. There's a dinosaur there. He has 2 heads, and there's a spider web there, and I'm kind of embarrassed. So I'm going to just take that. So it's not really a dinosaur as much as it is a dragon. That is also a dragon. He looks very surprised to see me. The other guy's like looking the other way, but this guy is... These are figures I had when I was a kid. They are guarding my knick-knack table and my router. Here we have Game Boy and Game Boy Advance stuff and cleaning stuff, along with a screwdriver with a special bit to take apart carts, because I believe if you're into this hobby, you kind of need to maintain your stuff a little bit. And here I have my GBA SP with the backlight. Currently playing Final Fantasy VI once again with the this is the enhanced or refurbished, remastered visuals and audio. Great game. Moving along. Free couch. Got this couch when I lived in an apartment with my wife. Found it dumpster diving. Stanley Steamer came over that same day and cleaned it for me. So it's totally safe, and you will not catch any disgusting skin diseases by sitting on it. I promise. I really promise. Moving along to the modern stuff. First, let's touch on these Street Sharks. These are not modern, but they're here. Let's see if we can name them all. Jab, Slamoo, Blades, Ripster, Moby Lick. Other variant of Ripster, Slash, and Slobster. I have Dr. Paranoid. I had him, the main bad guy. Anyways, you're not here for that. This PlayStation 3 console is no longer working, but it's the iconic design of the original model. So I kind of, had to put it out on display. It only works as a Blu-ray player now. If it starts actually trying to play a game, it'll overheat in 15-20 minutes. Probably a simple fix, but why bother? Modern games. Oh, there's a copy of Deja Vu here that I haven't gotten around to playtesting. Assassin's Creed series, I recently fell out of love with them, but whatever. Batman series, BioShock, Binary Domain. Get that game. Sega did a good job on that. Borderlands games. Call of Duty, man, it was all about Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare when that came out. Dark Souls and Demon Souls, fantastic games. Deadly Premonition, I still want to check that out. Every game on the PS3 has Dragon Age Origins, Dragon's Crown and Dragon's Dogma. Get them. You will not be disappointed. Binged through the Fear series recently. Great games. Some of them are underrated. Fear 2 is my favorite. I have Folklore before it exploded in price. Heavenly Sword, one of my first ones. Infamous series, great. Killzone series, great. Mass Effect 2 is one of my favorite PS3 games. Lollipop Chainsaw there is going to start going up in price. It already has. The Resistance series, recently binged through those too. Not as good as Fear, but solid. Splatterhouse, also going up there. One more row. It turns into PS3 to PS4. Uncharted series, solid. Valkyria Chronicles, get it. PS4 stuff. Blasphemous, recently got that from Best Buy. Not the limited run copy because the scalpers are bloodthirsty on that one. Bloodborne, never really into that one. Don't kill me. Borderlands 3, my opinion, kind of flat in comparison to 1 and 2. Some Call of Duty games. Cobra Kai, the Karate Kid saga continues. Don't judge me, that game is fantastic. Dark Souls 3, Dragon Age Inquisition. The collector's edition of the Final Fantasy VII Remake. It was a great remake, I love it. Gang Beasts and further down Minecraft are my son's favorite games. I play those with him often. Iron Fury, really cool game. Last of Us 2, a lot of hate for that game, but I really liked it. Mega Man 11, it's almost impossible. I'll probably never go back to it. It thoroughly thrashed me. More games. Sekiro, I did not like that. Red Dead Redemption 2, one of the greatest games ever. Street Fighter V sucks, but I had to get it because Street Fighter V, and because I'm a Street Fighter guy. And my giant PS5 collection, which the PS5 is basically a Hades machine until recently. Beat Demon Souls, beat Hades. Subnautica's next. It didn't really wow me, but I'll try it out. And here is not an Xbox, but another Sega Model 2 that I need to solder the power supply to. That'll be another project. Okay. Before we go to the consoles, let's check out my office corner. The computer is from 1982. And no, it is not used for editing videos, smartass. It is actually used for playing sweet jams during game room tour videos. And paying my bills. Also, I play a StarCraft on it. The expansion, of course. I'm not a peasant. And The Sims 3, because I enjoy those games. Moving on to consoles. Retro first. My Atari Flashback 5, Atari, doesn't get a lot of love because a little bit before my time, but still fun. My Nintendo front loader toaster model, not my original, came from Lukey Games. Still really works very well. My Sega Genesis, I had to get one. I never had one as a kid, but I had to get one to be legit. And it has a multi-card in it with about 200 or so games. So I don't have to spend money on the big hits like Contra and Castlevania because they're all on there. Only Truxton is the only one I'm missing because I like my shooters. My Super Nintendo, original from when I was a kid. Currently playing some Congo's Caper on the Trinitron. This is my original from when I was a kid. I love this thing. It plays games flawlessly. If it fails to read for some reason, it's probably the cartridge, not my Super Nintendo, because it can do no wrong. Further down, behind the glass, a Nintendo 64 Jungle Green that my wife got me. Not really big on the system, but it's fun. Super NES Advantage. These drawers here are full of strategy guides and extra controllers, and I won't open because of all this cordage. And you're saying, hey man, what's up with all the cordage? Why not put it up? I don't believe that controllers from the late 90s to, or actually even early 90s to early 2000s should be wrapped up over and over and put away each time you play them. I think you're just asking for trouble there. Behind this other glass, my modded PS1. I can play all sorts of fun stuff. My original PS1 was stolen back in the day. Down here, I have some music CDs, another controller. Here's my copy of Sims 3. I know it doesn't belong in the game room, I'm sorry. Zooming out a bit, let's talk about, And let's not forget my baby. This is my PS2 from back in the early 2000s. My first one broke within a week. It wouldn't read discs, so I came back to Best Buy, no questions asked. They exchanged it, and it still kicks to this day. Yep, dust. Sorry. And yeah, it still works to this day. Recently, the internal battery died, so it doesn't keep time anymore, but who cares? My Trinitron, 24 inches and about 100 pounds of pain. I know what you're saying. Why is those textbooks, why are they there? Well, I had an old entertainment console that buckled under the weight of a slightly lighter TV. I trust this one's build quality a lot more, but I'm not willing to risk it, so they're just there for now. Let's go over to the PlayStation area, where if I really want to show you how cool it looks, I'm going to close these blinds for you guys. And that's the way it's supposed to look. Light up sign. Currently playing a little bit of LA Noire, the remake on the PS4, or the remaster, because on PS3 I didn't like it, so I'm giving it another shot. Why not? That paper's there to cover my real name, because mind your business. Recently played games like Odin Sphere, Left vs. Whatever. Fantastic game. Blasphemous. My son plays Jurassic Park Evolution, Gang Beasts. What else we got? My PS3 Slim. Great console. Still love it. My PS4 main gaming machine, honestly, right now. Fantastic. These cabinets house the extra controllers. No games. This PS5 here. That's right, I got an elusive PS5 disc system. Gift from my dad. Thanks, Dad. Is it worth it? I'm not going to say no, because I think it is. I'm super excited for this new generation of games, to see what's going to happen. Hopefully, it brings great memories like all the other previous PlayStation consoles. It's been mainly a Hades machine for me. So right now it takes a break unless my son wants to play Astro's Playroom, so I'm just awaiting some more games. And that's about it, guys. That's the game room in all its glory. I hope you enjoyed it. That's my house, so we'll do one of these. Game room sign. Oh, I forgot. Dirty Harry's here on a painting above my office. Don't tell anyone, but I haven't seen Dirty Harry. So I'll be like a giant poser if I don't see it soon. And I own the movie, I just haven't gotten around to it. And that's about it, fellas, ladies and gents. If there's anything here that piqued you guys' interest, you guys enjoyed my ramblings, my incoherent ramblings for this last half an hour or so, let me know in the comments. It means a lot to me to keep going forward and making these type of videos. I love talking about games. Reach out to me, and I will pick a game for minutes at a time on any video. Just talk about, ramble, and maybe one day show some gameplay. Who knows? That's going to be phenomenal. I hope you guys are there for that. Anyways,